The sad part is he's not joking. That was a legit offer.
No, look at me and picture some long hair and a prettier face.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can have it.
You're pretty.
Thank you.
We should maybe just get right into the podcast because Mike's not here.
Where's Michael?
I don't know. Pooping?
He's pooping?
Yeah. He's been doing that a lot more in his old age.
Is he drinking lots of coffee, perhaps?
I like how you're already the guest, even off screen. That's fantastic. Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. I also want to say, this is pretty important. It's February 11th. We're shooting this podcast in January 30th, so like 2 weeks ahead of time. But today is the very last day to participate in the Golden Auctions auction for one of my 36 Pokemon First Edition booster packs that you can buy. Yeah, it's going to be a historical event taking place on February 27th, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern on Pokemon Day, the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. The last one went absolutely bonkers. 300,000 people watched me open cardboard at this very spot in my garage. I want to beat the record. I want to raise a bunch of money for charity. So if you haven't bid on one of those packs yet and you still want to, today's the last day. The link for that will be in the description. And do not forget, if you win a pack, you get expedited grading from PSA. You also get gifted a Logan Paul holographic NFT, a non-fungible token. If you're into cryptocurrency, you understand what that premium means. These things can be traded, resold, and I think their value is going to go up, up, and up as the cryptocurrency market and the NFT market keeps booming. So link in the description for the Pokemon packs. Fella, I needed to say that. It's the last day. It's a big deal. I spent a lot of money on these boxes. I'm going to shake the world. Pokemon, once again, is the highest grossing media franchise ever. Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Welcome, Mike, to the set. How was the bowel movement?
I'm so sorry. I just evacuated like half the population of Costa Rica out of my asshole. Can we start soon?
We're already rolling. It's all good.
I am so sorry.
5 minutes late, man. I got a bone to pick with you.
Better than a boner. Last time I came dressed as an astronaut. Today I'm a ass. Like, yeah. What's up? What do you got?
I just can't believe you. Like, and I can't believe that I'm just one of them. Like, I heard stories.
Yeah.
I heard of rumors, right? But now it's me.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
what are you getting at here, champ? Or
you know how a lot of guests come on the podcast and they're like, oh, like, Mike never responds to me. He's in the group chat. Mike, you don't respond to my text.
Oh yeah, you're bad at texting.
Yeah. But I never thought his best friend would be one of those people.
Oh, right? You're on the list now?
Dog, nothing. Last night, I asked him one very specific, easy to answer question. What's happening?
He read it.
Dog.
You read it.
I said it in the group chat to him. I even moved him private. I said, what's happening? Individually, one-on-one, me and Mike. Thank you, Danny. And no response.
Gavin Newsom freed our people last night. Can I ask you something? He freed our people. He said, yo, you fucks can go out and eat now. Go out and eat. You want to go out and eat? Go out and eat. Small businesses of LA, pop your doors back open, let them out on the patios. They can have some fucking some steaks and chicken. How was it? Delicious. Went to this place
so delicious you can't even respond to your best friend.
Listen,
what was happening?
I was dealing with some drama that involved, individuals, as it generally does, that I wish I could talk about. But bro, it's the first time I've ever missed a text from you. I have you in a very special place in my life where, you and my mom, like, you text me, you get an immediate text back. So what's happening? Alex Cooper, is out at dinner or somewhere. Like, she's doing so. I don't have answers for. I don't have any fucking answers. I didn't have an answer. I didn't have a solid answer. That was the problem. I read it and I was like, I don't have an answer. It's like somebody asked you a crazy math riddle and you didn't have an answer. You just said, fuck it.
You can't just pick and choose when to be my friend, Mike. Are you my always on friend? Are you my sometimes on friend? You've been a better co-host than you've been a friend lately.
I'm not even going to respond to this. You are quite literally a horrible friend.
Yeah.
Just the worst.
That's a little stretch, bro. He's not even that good of a host. He was late 5 minutes.
I'm 2 seconds away from starting a fucking OnlyFans with my girlfriend. Speaking of which, today's guest.
He's one of the Australia's biggest stars. Ladies and gentlemen, with his viral videos and antics, they've been making you laugh for years.
Thank you,
it's Jackson O'Doherty.
Let's go. Jackson.
How are we, gentlemen?
What's
Thanks
up,
for having
man?
me.
Pretty good.
You ever not respond to your friend's texts?
Never.
Oh, fuck.
Who have you been ignoring?
Where have you been? You were right there.
He was. I think he was. I think he was planning out what he was going to say when
He
he
was
came on.
shitting. You were shitting.
There was a little bit of content between the shitting and right now. You may have missed it. Nonetheless, you can watch this episode back. It's on the Impulsive channel on YouTube.
That's reasonable.
Welcome to America.
Thank you.
You're Australian. I can tell by your accent and because I know you. How long have you been here? You posted up in La La Land for now?
A little bit for now, yeah. Just see what happens till I start going crazy out here again. And
I can tell you got a lot of pent up energy, man. Even the way you're sitting, it looks like you're about to just
Do you want to kill someone?
beat
you know
someone's
what?
ass.
This like for like
Don't
a pretty
look over here like
for,
that.
for a pretty fancy kind of podcast. This chair's quite shit. But anyway,
Do you want to know why?
why is that?
If you look, we all have fancy chairs that cost about $800, $900 each. That's about a $50 stool. It's a stool with no back because the guests often lean back away from the mic and you can't hear them. So if you force them
Away
to sit
from the
upright
mic?
with their posture, no, the guests,
mic.
we're used to it. We're used to it. We purposely give you a shitty stool.
That's fine. I like it.
Okay,
You know,
good.
got to keep me humble and shit, man. Cool.
That's the speaking of keeping you humble. That's the infamous Riley Reid mic. Did you ever think that you would get that close to Riley Reid's mouth?
Yeah. I've been close to Riley.
I
Not like too close, but like I watched her and my girlfriend kind of fuck in front of me, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking close, bro.
Yeah, that's-
like, at what point is it any closer?
Yeah, you got a good point.
You're still dating this girl, huh, Maddie?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like, I don't know, a bit.
Do you like her?
Yeah, of course I like it.
Well, just Jackson, I say it like surprised because I know there was like some rough patches in there.
Dude, look at that thing there, 17 posts, man. I'm just done with social media.
Wait, you used to have more though.
No, it's because I lost my other account.
Yep.
Why?
They deleted it.
I was just posting too much like fucked up shit. And you know, I mean, like I was expecting a warning, but I didn't get the warning, so whatever, I lost the account.
What were you posting?
I've always been getting bad violations from some of like the fucked up pranks and all that sort of shit. But then I started dating Maddie, and I was posting just girls' asses all over my stories and that. And you know, rappers are allowed to do it, and I'm not.
Hey, man, I was your friend. You're lying. You were posting fucking porn.
You were
bro.
fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You were fucking.
Oh, yeah.
fully.
Yeah.
There's
not,
so many ways.
not like up close penetration, but like
No,
I get-
pretty close.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I would never open a story like of yours next to my mom. That's for sure. 100% no.
Yeah.
Also, check that middle picture out. That is a guy that I would usually not like, but I like you. You're a fun time. You've never ever are sad. You're always on a positive note. What's your secret?
I don't
I don't
really
know if that's. I don't know if
It's not completely
True, yeah.
It's not true at all. No. Like especially the last
George's
year.
face when we told
Well,
him
every
that.
time I see you, dude, you just got me like
Yeah,
I'm
normally,
immediately in a
but
party.
like I don't know. I've just taken a step back from everything the last year or so. I just kind of wanted to chill out. I was just getting a bit over social media, and I just wanted a break. And I've just been looking after my health the last like 6 to 12 months and just focusing on myself and what's next. You know, I'm just at that stage where it's like I'm a bit over social media and all the bullshit that comes with it, and it's like I'm just trying to figure out what's next at the moment.
I wanted to parlay into what he just brought up about you always being a happy-go-lucky guy, because up until I would say about 12 to 18 months ago, or maybe 12 months ago, everything I had seen from you had been that very happy-go-lucky, uplifting, positive, hilarious, joking around attitude. And I've noticed over the past 12 months that it seemed like as you're saying, the social media grind has started to fuck you up a little bit and break you down a little bit.
Yeah,
What is it primarily that's taking that toll on you?
I mean, like I've been battling a lot of mental health things in the background in my life, as most people do, you know, for the last 3-4 years. And it's just kind of got to a stage where I said, I'm not going to keep pushing myself and burning myself out doing this shit when half my stuff was getting removed. Even before I started OnlyFans, I've had all these problems, like any pranks or dares or anything I would do, even like half the shit I used to post with like Kristen and my other friends I grew up with would get taken down for too much violence in a prank or something. And I don't know, I just wanted to look after myself and take a step back. And you know, I was positive most of the time, and I was always high energy and crazy and all that stuff, like as what you said. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of got a bit over it, you know. It just didn't bring me the same pleasure and joy as it used to. So I just wanted to step back from it all.
And I saw you know, I've watched the entire evolution of the relationship with Maddie, you know, as someone else who dates someone that, you know, is in that industry.
Yeah.
Obviously she wasn't a true on boy girl adult film star, but that works in the sex field.
Same
you know,
sort of
it's-
thing, yeah.
Exactly. I've taken note and watched on. What has that been like? Has that helped, you know, those feelings?
Tremendously, man. Yeah, it's helped me a lot. She's like a real vital piece to my life, man, for my health, like my just general well-being. She looks after me, man. She's really, really cool. she's got her wild side, obviously, you know, the stuff she does and the stuff that me and her do together. And she's a really good girl. She's an innocent little sweetheart deep down, and she always looks after my best needs. I trust her, and she's there for me, man. And she supports me, and it's good. It's been a good relationship.
That's very sweet. Must be nice, man.
Are you single?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You want my sister?
The sad part is he's not joking. That was a legit offer.
No, look at me and picture some long hair and a prettier face.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can have her.
You're pretty.
Thank you.
Pretty pretty, man.
No, the offer's there.
Do you actually have a sister?
Yeah, I got a sister, but like, she's not as good looking as me.
Really?
No.
She was like the runt of the litter.
I mean, like, she's got potential.
Yeah.
Like, if I wasn't related to her, who knows what would happen?
You think you bring her to LA, infuse a little bit of money into the situation, like some financial improvements, maybe?
Yes.
She could maybe be at Logan's level.
Yeah.
You just pawn your sister off to your friends? Like, have you done it?
I haven't needed to. They all just get in there and do it anyway.
Oh my god.
So it's a bit like that, you know?
Jackson.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. He's kidding.
I'm joking.
I wanna stay on the relationship for a second. You also, once again, similar to mine situation, have had to tiptoe or balance your relationship between love and business in a lot of ways. How has that been for you? How has it been going from a situation where you guys obviously, you know, start off with this lust and form this love, but then create a good hustle out of it too, you know?
A long story short, kind of is weird how it started, man. I met her at Dan's Ignite party last year, the Valentine's Day one. I believe you guys were there.
I was there. I saw that meeting take place quite literally.
We actually met there. We'd only spoken a couple of times before then, nothing intense at all. And we met and we ended up leaving the party together and so on and so on. And we hung out, went and saw a movie a few days later, and we just got along super well, man. And as you guys would have experienced firsthand, maybe not George, you seem like you're pretty happy with your chick, but there's a lot of pricks out here, and a lot of like chicks out here aren't very nice. You know what I mean? And to hang out with a girl in LA that just seemed really cool and down to earth and chill, and I had a good time. And then we started dating. I knew she did OnlyFans from the beginning, and then we were like, let's just do one together. And the plan was just to do some dark humor and some funny shit with it, maybe a little bit of nudity and some pranks. So it wasn't going to be anything to do with XXX content or anything like that. And we started and got like 50,000 subscribers straight away, paying like $10 or whatever it was a month. And I was like,
whoa, wow.
Yeah. And I was like, we're doing porn now. because we made it. And I was like, I didn't want to do it. You know, I've never done that shit. Like I've always been somewhat edgy with my content. I've always done some like pissed on my friends or have been thrown up on it, all that shit, you know. And we started it, and I looked at all these people that subscribed, and I'm looking through the messages for like 30 minutes, and it's like, sex tape. When's this coming out? I'm just and I'm like, fuck the morals. I'm just going to make a bag here.
But you got to give the people what they want.
I was like, fuck it. It's like, my dick's this big. I've got nothing to lose in having a try. It's a win-win. Now, no one can use my little dick against me. No one can threaten to use my like sex tapes or nudes. I've made a few $1 million pretty easily out of it, and it's just like, whatever.
You're a business, man.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Did you ever like think like if you and I love how he's touching my thigh. You took a step further. I will literally listen. You said a couple million in the bag. We'll go back and make a OnlyFans together.
Not a couple million, by the way. A few million.
That's.
I was gonna correct him, but I didn't want to sound. You know.
No, it's cool. I noticed you've calmed down ever since you've gotten rich. Anyways, my question is, do you ever think like, what if this works out between you guys? God willing, it does. And like, are you worried about like what your kids might like see?
I prepared for this question because
Okay,
I thought you were going to ask me this.
Me or Mike?
It happened. I was mainly you because
yeah.
Mike's used to this stuff and he doesn't really care. Like it's like, I don't think I'm going to have children. And that's just a personal thing. It's like, I love kids, not in a sick, weird way. Like kids are cool, man. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like kids are dope. Like, yeah, I wanted to clarify, not in some Epstein way or anything.
I don't think
like
anyone
that.
assumed.
But it's good that he clarified.
But I wanted to
the
clarify.
extra layer of safety.
You know, but
They don't have to. There was one guy that's kind of leaned into his screen.
You say you like kids.
What does he mean when he say he loves kids? It's fucking Aussie.
But yeah, I don't know. I know. They're cool and all that, and they're funny and that, but they also give me the shits. And I struggle looking after a dog, let alone a kid. Like it's maybe like really far down the track when I'm like 60 or 70 and I get terminal cancer or something. I'll try it, but like,
You ever
Leave your kids without a father type shit.
sort of.
You ever been to Fiji before? Like
I've been a couple of times to Fiji.
And you remember swimming like in that clear blue water there, right? So beautiful. the way I look at having kids is kind of like going back to Fiji for a swim, but with a Toyota attached to your ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like how far could you actually swim in that water with a Toyota attached?
Well, it's like you get on planes to travel and you just hear kids screaming and crying, and it's the worst thing in the world.
And then 10 years later, they have a drug addiction like me,
exactly.
and then now you got to deal, and then they're a fucking podcast host.
I mean, like either way, it's
I'm glad your mom and dad went through it because I love you, man.
I love you. That's a good point. He's got a good point. Do you fear that not raising a child could take, detract the world from potentially have another Jackson O'Doherty?
Dude, your bloodline, it ends with you. Think about that. Well, is that a farewell?
It's a bit like, pleasure. It's a bit like if I'm gonna have kids, it'll be down the track when I'm kind of chilling out from this stuff. I don't really want to like raise kids. I don't know how to say it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like
maybe it's just now is not the time. Maybe now.
And if I'm gonna have, I know Maddie wants to have kids eventually.
She does.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You're gonna have kids.
Yeah. Well,
if you stay with her, you're gonna have kids.
Well, we'll talk about that. Like maybe she can have the kid, and I'll just say hey sometimes. You know what I mean? Like in a nice way.
If you're in LA, that's probably how it'll end up going anyways, to be honest.
But I mean, like,
unfortunately.
your question's good. It's like, do I want to have kids? Not really. And if we do, I don't, a lot of people say like, oh, what are your kids going to think of the porn or OnlyFans and this stuff?
Yes.
But it's like, in a materialistic, pretty petty way, it's like, my kids aren't going to get made fun of because, they can invite the whole school over for a cool pool party at our fucking nice house. And who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't think...
No, I don't think he's gonna get made fun of. I'm just talking about like just the fact of him being able to see his father and mother make love. I think that's like a little.
No, I think both of those. I'd assume both of those. What'd you say over there, screaming?
Well, I was just gonna say that. How many of you guys have walked in on on Pammy and Greggy going at? I'm sure
not once.
I used to hide in the closet.
Why were you in the same room as them?
I'm starting to understand.
No, he means
everything.
purposely, like he cucked his parents.
Yeah,
He's saying.
Oh, intentionally.
Yeah.
That's
as a
cool,
kid,
man.
yeah, a few times, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Danny just goes, what?
After this podcast, everything's just gonna start making sense when it comes to watching his content.
I just hope that as they've been trained when they listen to me, that people in the audience understand that there's some level of sarcasm that goes along with Jackson's statements. Like he's not.
If I don't laugh, sometimes it could be sarcastic or it couldn't be. It's very hard to work out what. Yeah.
Has your anxiety and depression slowed down off of social media?
It's kind of just been the same for the last few years, man. I don't know. It's like I think one of the big depressions is it's kind of like, as a younger kid or whatever, you grow up and you're like, I've wanted to do this shit for a long time and blow up and make viral content, make people laugh and feel good and just be an idiot and all this sort of shit. And I did it and I got there and it kind of wasn't what I expected, sort of thing. You hear a lot of people who go through this sort of shit. They have these dreams and these goals and you kind of achieve it. Then you sit back and think to yourself like, oh, fuck, is this it?
What'd you expect?
And that's a good question because I didn't really know what to expect. And I think that's just setting myself up to be like, fuck, this isn't what I expected. And I think me coming from like a small town, growing up, not around any rich people or cool people or anything like that, and coming around this sort of stuff, I kind of kicked back a bit and I think like, this isn't my sort of scene. Obviously I'm trying to make plenty of money to set myself up, look after my family and whatnot, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Before you started making videos, did you have that fire in you that was kind of?
Oh yeah. Dude, that's all I ever wanted to do. Yeah. I was doing that shit since I was like 12, 13.
Shit's wild, dude.
Well, that's what I mean. Like we started watching like Jackass and Viva La Bam and all those TV shows growing up. And then me and my cousin and my friends, we'd just go down hills in shopping carts, jumping in bushes off buildings and jumping on rakes and fucking ourselves up and doing that. And then I saw that young group, the Janoskians from Australia, kind of like blew up and stuff in Australia.
Sure.
We're traveling around the world. And this is many years ago. And I was watching on the news when I was maybe 15, 16, thinking, shit, like I'm way crazier than these guys and look what they're doing. Like fair play to them. No, hey, not taking any credit away. They did really well. But I looked at them and that kind of fueled my motivation to say, shit, if these kids from Melbourne can get out and do this, why can't I? So I just started going crazy with it. And a few years later, it all kind of took off and went pretty well.
What's the craziest thing you've done? Because you mentioned it, bro. I've seen you pee on your friends. I've seen you like go to fight dudes in the hood and then you take off your pants and you're wearing like a banana hammock.
And by the way, all of this is real.
What is it? You say fight me, bro?
Yeah, I had like some little thong covering my clit and we were like walking up to people and we were like, you got a problem or something? And then they start shaping up and you rip off pants and there's like a little elephant trunk like underwear and then you start running.
It's fantastic. What's the craziest thing you've done? Like anything backfire?
I don't know. Like in terms of videos, like most of the crazy shit's out there. You know what I mean? Like there's not really a place for dark, fucked up humor anymore on the internet. Like especially not on social media, everything just gets removed. Like I don't know, just a bit of everything, like putting fireworks under the beds when everyone's sleeping. I had a transvestite sit on my face with her balls in Thailand.
Now you're getting into some serious shit.
And
I bet you that would pop off on OnlyFans as well.
Oh yeah, probably.
Did you put that on there?
No, this is ages ago.
But would you think about maybe putting it on there and cutting me like 20% for bringing up the idea?
Maybe.
All right. Well, it's something to think about. Let me
When that
ask you.
happened, how did it make you feel?
Good.
Good.
Like, oh. It's some serious eye contact there. But you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to bang like a 75-year-old woman for an OnlyFans video.
With Maddie or solo?
I guess with
Have you
Maddie.
just be a quarterback? Huh?
You should like hashtag Throwback Thursday. Like if you're like doing it.
That'd be
in
pretty
person.
cool.
That'd be hilarious.
Is Maddie into like threesomes?
Oh, yeah,
foursomes, fivesomes? What's the limit?
What's the biggest? We've done a foursome. Was the biggest one we've done.
Was that
Three
I saw
girls?
you on a trip recently with a bunch of fucking people. It looked like there was a bunch of.
Was that Mexico? That might have been Mexico.
It might have been. There was like
that was like
ton of
that was like
couples.
4th of July, I think. Oh no, that would have been. I don't know if that was in Australia recently or last year when I went to Mexico 4th of July. That was pretty wild.
Who's the quad with?
That was like another couple back in Australia. Like they're a married couple.
Dude too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't touch Maddie, but like he banged his chick and I banged his chick. And
How
it was
does?
just-
What about the
Why
line?
did he touch your girl?
I don't know. It didn't really come up in the conversation, and we haven't done that just yet. You know, like I've banged,
Would you be open to that?
if their dicks like
Real small.
about my size, I'd allow like an extra like inch maybe.
So it's about the girth and the
Yeah,
length.
you know, they can have a bit thicker and a bit bigger, which isn't hard because there's not much down there.
Right.
But what kind of a small cock makes millions of dollars? You know what I mean?
This small cock.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty proud of myself.
Have you ever?
I love how you just randomly threw that statement in there, just randomly.
Just in the mirror looking at him.
We interrupt this podcast for a word from our sponsors. It's a great sponsor for this episode. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals, Michael?
I'd say yes.
Okay. Well, good news. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. BetterHelp.com/Logan. That's better HELP. And join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Impulsive listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Logan. Back to the program.
It parlays into another question that I was gonna ask you, which was beyond making money, beyond creating viral content, beyond banging chicks on camera. Do you want more for yourself? Like beyond that, do you have
100%.
like if I asked you, Jackson, the year's 2022, the world has just ended, you know,
Which it probably will.
it looks like it's going to. What's the legacy that is Jackson? Tiny cock and transvestite face sitting, or
No,
does it?
It's not that. It was like, do this shit when I'm a little bit younger and you can kind of get away with saying it's just stupid. You're just young. You're doing some fun shit. And the OnlyFans thing was just a bit of a fun little stint. Like I have barely even been doing it for the last probably 4 months. I kind of really drifted away from it. I got over it pretty quickly, which sounds weird. Like who, you know, banging hot chicks and having fun and that stuff, making money for it. But you know, it's exactly like you said. That's not what I want to kind of do forever. It doesn't bring me that, you know, that passionate like drive inside that you're like, I'm doing what I fucking love.
Yes.
Like what I love doing is making people feel good and laugh. And I want to steer into more serious, high production, good stuff that people can be like, whoa, this is actually dope. And you know, even like what you used to do when you did like your vlogs and shit like that, which was more or less aimed to like a younger sort of fan base. And then after all the shit that happened, you took a big break and you came back and you were doing vlogs that more appealing to a bit like a more broad audience, you know? And doing this, it's like you evolved and became a more mature, respected kind of creator. Like the shit you were doing already was fucking dope and you were blowing up and killing it. But I mean, you like took a bit of a break, a bit of a step back and came back and now you're doing bigger, better things. And that's kind of where I want to go. Like I've always wanted to get into doing some acting down the track. I want to do a lot of stuff for the mental health around the world. Like I want to start my own mental health foundation, do like an app and do all sorts of things. I got a lot of ideas with that. That's kind of like long-term sort of things that I want to move into doing. The OnlyFans was like, let's just do it for a year or so, have a bit of fun, make a bunch of money. I can help set up my parents, pay off their mortgages, buy ourselves a nice house. Then we don't have to worry about money for a while, you know? Then I can really focus on shit that I really enjoy. And that's kind of why I'm back out here now. I came back with Maddie and just taking a bit of time now to just plan what's next.
Do you see a world where the decisions made on OnlyFans and the stuff that you've done could potentially negatively affect your ability to do those other things in the future? Because take it from someone, and I'm not saying that it will or won't, but it was a fear of mine because obviously, you know, I could have gone down that exact same road
He's
that
still
you've gone
considering
down. I
it.
still could.
Impact.
I wouldn't be contemplating. I'd just do it.
I told him he's got.
if I was you.
Yeah, I told him he's got the schlong for it. You know,
I definitely have I got to check with my mom, but she's watching this, so I mean, she'll probably text me.
his mom has one rule. Her name is Robin. She told me, no porn, Michael.
No porn.
Why don't you just do stuff that's not porn? Like
Heroin. She didn't warn me about that, and I'm still upset about it, to be honest with you.
yeah, that's fair. I'd probably just do it.
The heroin or the porn?
Both.
Oh God Almighty!
It's a great mix.
Listen to me. You had one of the biggest nuclear relationship meltdowns that I've seen in my days on social media. Can we talk about this lightly at least?
Which one?
The one where there was just stories on stories. This person's
only happened
crying.
once.
Yeah, just one.
Do you know what's surprisingly? That's like the only drama we've ever had a whole relationship. We've only been together for a year and we've only had that one big blow up. And for a couple that's in social media doing this sort of shit, as you know, you guys have had 100 breakup videos as well.
Literally.
Like it's
Crazy.
It's like
he's scripting his next
Ours
one.
is
just writing it down.
You're 100% right. Ours is horrible. We've had the cheating scandal.
But it's hard, man. When you're in the public eye like this, and I'm not even to the same broader spectrum as you guys, you know,
Hey,
like
man, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Like,
isn't?
To keep your relationship offline.
It's definitely easy, but it's like when you're like drunk or if you're fucked up and you can't make logical decisions.
We're not six anymore, dude. Like just keep it offline.
I wish it was as easy as he says, but obviously, as we can tell by everyone on social media,
I mean,
it's
I'm
not
sure
that
I've seen
easy.
you have your little turns with that stuff. Like, didn't you say something to your
Well, everything that happens with him and Josie
ex's
comes on
dad or
social
something?
media.
Huh?
You said something to your ex's dad that was pretty funny.
With her approval.
Yeah, okay.
I
ran
it. No, it was there's no bad blood between me or any of my exes. You get a special circumstance. I think if you have like a very public relationship, you have to bookend it at some point. But I think when you're in the trenches and it is turmoil. There is turmoil. I don't know.
I agree. I do think the more stuff that's left offline, the better the relationship is. 100%. You don't need to share all that shit, and that's the thing. That's why I say it only happened once because that's all I needed to learn from it and be like, fuck, I'm not doing this shit again. To be fair, it's the only girl I've ever dated in the 26 years I've been living that we've both been online. You know, everyone knows firsthand. You learn from mistakes and you look at it, and I'm just like, the next day I was like, fuck. I had all these people, my friends, like, what the fuck's this all about?
I think I hit you guys up and
I was just like, that was dumb, you know, but
it was clear. I mean, listen, it was clearly an intoxicated situation on both parts, and you guys were away from each other. And Maddie put out, I think she had hit the limit on the amount of stories that you could put up. The dots were so small, I had to use a magnifying glass to get to how small they were. But she went off, and then you had a response, and all I could hope for, because to be completely fair to myself, I've put out one breakup video. When we have our little fights, the action is coming from her camp. Like, she's the one tweeting about it 24/7. So all I wanted to do was tell you guys, yo, please take this shit fucking down, which eventually happened.
We did after a couple of hours. And I mean, like I said, man, I don't regret it. It fucking happened. Sitting around thinking like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. That's not going to do me any good. All I can say is that was a bit dumb. Don't do that again. And I haven't, and that was nearly like 9 or 10 months ago. And we haven't really had any problems since then, which has been dope.
Has she had, how are you coming out of other relationships? Because I don't want to get into it because it's not really my business, but I know she had a pretty rough relationship prior to you. Have you?
Me and her both came out of some pretty toxic shit,
okay.
Previous like abusive people and all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's kind of nice when you meet someone that's a bit more like you and just it's so easy. Like she's just super chill. I can pretty much just do whatever, whenever.
Is it always easy for the most part?
For the most part, yeah. For the most part, the only difficulties we've faced is the fact that I'm from Australia and she's from America, and there's a fucking pandemic.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
It sounds like you guys found the puzzle fit. You know? What
oh,
I'm
dude,
saying?
no, she's unreal, man. Like I got her bank card on my Postmates and shit. You know, like it's
You guys are in.
dude. It's fucking
Whose Netflix account?
hers
as well.
Dude,
You're
will
cleaning up.
her
dude.
Amazon Prime, dude. She like it's
Oh,
like the first
God.
relationship. I'm probably going to trigger a few feminists. This is the first relationship where like the girls probably paid for more things. And I'm not bragging about that, thinking that that makes me a man. It's just like, it's kind of cool.
Well, I
Because
can-
normally the guy would always just pay for everything. And I don't agree with that. I think it should be 50-50.
I can relate completely.
So,
dude. I mean, we have
nice.
OnlyFans girl. I mean, these girlfriends.
It's nice just dating a girl who is happy to look after herself and also provide and just chip in and do that stuff.
Y'all
you know?
have a LLC together?
Yeah.
Do you really?
We have a company set up.
Right,
yeah.
because you're business partners.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The company?
Yeah.
Why?
Just want to know the name. It's all, their names are funny.
I think he's
sometimes.
just curious. You don't have to say it.
You don't have to say
Yeah.
it.
Can I whisper it?
Yeah.
JMO Global.
Okay, it's like a
It's just a
professional-
normal. Oh,
Okay.
I said it like I was going to whisper it into your ear, but I did it.
Cool. I heard it. So you guys have a contract?
Oh,
stating
no,
the
not
terms
nothing
of the-
like that.
Is it a
just
full split?
50-50 or
50-50?
is 60-40, 90-10?
It all so basically the company was set up here. It was I don't know. We just did it because that's what we were going to put our money into, but we didn't. I've got a company registered in Australia that I set up a year and a half ago for my own things. All of our money is just going there, and we haven't spent $1 of any money we've made.
But
Just
is
say-
it
I'm
just
sorry.
sitting in that account,
What?
or are you wiring half of it to
So
her?
all the money is just in that account right now,
And it's
we're-
yours.
It's in my company, yeah.
Maddie.
So what we're going
How-
to do is
how do you start? I mean,
So once it gets to a certain amount, that's when I'll be like, "Oh, sorry, Maddie, I'm out of here. I'm going to Australia." Nah, but the plan was to put it in there because we didn't have a company here set up when we started it, and I'm not going to pay like 50% in tax because that can get fucked. So my company in Australia is already set up, so I'm paying like 26 or 25% in tax.
Got it.
So I'm like, this is the best option right now. If you don't want to, we can just make it. And she was like, no, she's trustworthy. She doesn't like mind. It's chill. It's sitting in the company. We haven't touched it. She can see it. It's all fine, but we were just gonna like start buying properties the moment we wanted to, but like because we couldn't decide whether we wanted to live in Australia or America. And with this whole pandemic, man, it's just stressful and it's just a lot going on. So it's like I can't be bothered to do all the paperwork of buying houses right now.
So you guys are gonna buy it. Smart stuff.
Oh, dude, we've been looking at houses like a lot. Like,
Fantastic.
we were looking at houses when I was here last year before I went back to Australia for a couple of months, and we almost we put a few offers down. We were going to buy a house outright just to save all that bullshit of paperwork and
Yep.
loans and stuff because I still don't have like complete residency or whatever. Like I know I can still buy a house here, but it would be harder for me to go and chase all my stuff up from Australia, bring it out here and do all that crap. But yeah, we're looking at properties and investing into
Good.
all sorts of stuff. Like
Cryptocurrency, stock market.
I'm
Stocks?
still learning about that stuff. Like the
Stocks.
stock stuff, I'm really learning about a lot now. Like these last few weeks after I've been seeing what's been happening, but the cryptocurrency stuff, I'm still a bit don't know about.
you also talk about the, especially even in the tone in which you say it. You've had your thoughts on the pandemic. You care to talk about that at all today? Kind of what your feelings are on it, and what what story do you think is really happening?
Dude, I don't know. This is all bullshit. It's just, I don't know. It's a touchy sort of subject. There's no right answer to it. You know what I mean? Like everything anyone says, some people say it's wrong, some will agree, and it's just like, I don't know.
We don't have to do it. I don't want
No,
to.
I'm happy to talk about anything, man. I don't give a shit. But it's more like, I don't know. How can they come up with a vaccine in like under a year? You know what I mean? When
possible.
there's all these other things that haven't gotten vaccinations and all these other things, but I don't know.
So you think potentially there's something fishy going on?
Oh, for sure. For sure. But I mean, I don't think it's as extreme as everyone else is making it out to be. I just think that it's like, it's not exactly how it seems, but it's also not as extreme as other people are making it out. It's just some weird shit going on.
Here's
yeah.
what we do know. Coachella's canceled. For
Coachella's
2021.
canceled again.
And all the election stuff's been pretty crazy.
Wild.
It's like the weird thing with like Joe Biden and Donald Trump is they're not actually actual, so it doesn't.
What you mean?
It's been good to see.
They're not real people. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just it's not actually actual with
Yeah.
that.
What do you mean?
It's like that's like me saying like it's not refrigerated.
Would you get vaccinated?
Refrigerated. Would I get vaccinated?
Would you get the vaccination?
I think so. I think I'm gonna wait a little while longer to see if anybody
Have you
throws
seen
a
some of the
second
people
dick.
that have been getting it? And what's
How
been
are they?
happening?
They have to go in a separate room for
Extra
a while
lamps.
and hang
No,
out.
apparently like a bunch of people have been getting it and ending up
Bell's
like,
palsy. I think
Yeah,
it was a
that
small.
thing.
I want to make sure we're good on the info here. That's
4
it's
out
a
of
very
1,000. 4 out of
small.
1,000.
But he's right. But
But that's the
been a
same as
very
everything.
Small,
Like everyone's bodies
Wait.
reacts differently.
I want to go back to the actual thing. I just haven't heard this.
We just skimmed right by.
I know.
it.
No, he did.
And then he whispered something to me, and I didn't even catch it.
What do you mean they're not actually actual? I have to.
What are you talking
Trump and Biden.
I see what's happening. See what's happening. Okay.
So that's my thoughts.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know why. I'm not sure if he's saying that they're not actually people. Like if they're
No, they are people.
reptilian
But they're
overlords.
not actually actual. You know, it's a hard one to. George knows. Trust me.
I
No,
think I understand.
He knows. He knows 100%.
I think I understand.
Are you boxing now, dude? I'm hearing rumblings.
I'm not going to try to be some big high level pro boxer. I'm more or less just looking to go out there and throw some hands and either get knocked out or knock someone out and get a bunch of cash and have some fun.
You have a fight.
Yeah, I do.
You got the contract today, you said.
I did.
Before the podcast started.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
With
I mean, it's all super like still quiet. I'm not like technically now.
No, it's not anymore.
you want to make it loud?
I mean, like
here's
me,
the place to
I mean,
do it.
like me compared to the other people on the card, like Jake and Reynolds, I'm just peanuts on there. But I mean, like, still, I'm not allowed to release who I'm actually fighting, even though we know who it is.
You're fighting under Jake?
I'm on that card.
The Triller undercard.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
April 17th.
Good
Yeah.
Lord. Good Lord. I
It's
can't
fantastic.
believe this shit is happening. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be good fun.
You're allowed to say who you're fighting?
I'm not allowed to say who I'm fighting, but there was a lot of people turning it down, and for whatever reason, you know, some people were saying no because they wanted more money or I wasn't a big enough name for them and that. But that's fine, you know. What do you expect? You know, I haven't been doing a lot of content over the last year. I've really stepped back and
Just been fucking.
Have
I've
you
just been fucking
Yeah,
a lot,
that's it.
man. I'm in good
It's-
shape.
it's been
I'm in good
fucking
shape.
left and right, dude.
Have you trained boxing before?
Yeah, I've done a fair bit on and off. Like throughout my life since I was like 15. I've never done it to the point where I've been going and having fights and
Have you sparred?
yeah.
Cool. Okay, good.
Yeah, and you know, like another thing completely different, you know, it's a sport and I know it's not fighting, but I mean, playing like 10 plus years of rugby, you know, it's not like American football without pads, without helmets, a lot of head clashes, a lot of fights,
Yeah.
a lot of fucking bone on bone violence. And it's like, I've played sports my whole life. I've never been out of the gym for longer than a week my whole life. I'm not going to try and become like a high skilled level boxer. It's just unrealistic because I don't.
But here's what I will say, and why it might not be unrealistic. If you start to put down some technical experience and some training, I believe you're the first influencer that's going to step into the boxing ring that is a certifiable maniac. Like I'm going to just tell you straight up, you're a fucking lunatic. Like you're out of your mind.
Well,
like
thank
me. But on like a scary side. Like you'll kill someone. I do believe.
Well, that's the plan, and it's like the only thing. That's the like. I hope that someone's heart stops when I fight.
I don't think you're gonna have trouble doing. Like you're a psychopath, bro.
My
I've
only
seen
problem
you-
will be my cardio, man. This fucking chest sucks.
Do you eat a lot of macas?
I beg your pardon.
Macas?
Maca powder, like the root.
What do you call McDonald's in
Oh,
Australia?
people say macas.
Macas. Yeah. Do you eat a lot of macas?
Yeah, me and George were eating. Remember when you came out?
Yep. That was really fun.
George came out and
out-
stayed for a week.
came out-
Where?
to Australia.
Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, I vibed with it for a bit.
I didn't know what you meant by that exactly.
And we macked on some macas.
Nice. Are you the burlier sexualized version of Raka Raka?
Repeat that.
It's not a spelling bee. Can you repeat that word?
Can you use that in a sentence?
Can you use it?
Why does YouTube and social media hate Australians?
Dude,
what?
No, honestly, that's a true statement.
Raka Raka,
Unless-
Maka Maka,
It's the
dude.
best part of the internet.
Unless you're like a little makeup kid or something, you know, you're like, I mean, social media in Australia is like 10 years behind. It's
Yeah.
and people that work in the social media, they hate people that are on social media. Like if you do anything wrong, it's like the Raka Raka boys, their channel's blacklisted. Mind you, they make epic, if not some of the best content on YouTube.
Insane.
Like literally, like this is my personal preference. Everyone's different, but like easily some of the best content that's on YouTube.
1000% agree.
Like they're
I-
unreal.
I think I've tweeted this before or sent him a message. I'm like, yo, your shit is hands down by
it's-
far one of the best top tier quality.
It's like
content.
movie quality shit
insane.
on like just vlog cameras. It's dope.
Why don't they just come here and start?
Well, they've been spending a lot of time out here doing stuff with their movies, and they got approved for a budget to film a movie in Australia, which is kind of dope, like a huge movie, and good for them. And that's what I think they've always wanted to do.
Yep.
So they're doing their thing, and they don't need YouTube as much anymore, you know. And
Who's like the kingpin of Australia when it comes to
in social
creation?
media,
Yeah,
Tammy
is-
Hembrow.
Tammy Hembrow is for sure like the biggest girl on Instagram. But I mean, like if you're looking at a broad spectrum of all platforms, kind of like combined, you know, like my Facebook page, my YouTube, and all these things combined, like I would probably have one of the largest followings across all of them. There's people that have got like individual bigger platforms than me. Up until I lost my 4.5 million Instagram account, whatever it was, you know, my Facebook page has like nearly 10 million people on it. YouTube's got a few million. And I've never even tried to do YouTube. Like I just put the same shit on there that I put everywhere else. And I mean, there's a few people out there that are doing it. Depends on what kind of category of social media, I guess. Like there's some big gamers coming out of Australia, and
Yeah, you got a big Facebook.
Yeah.
11 million people.
Is Laser from
it's like half the country.
That's wild.
There's only like you got to remember, dude. Like Australia, like there's like 26 or 27 million people out there compared to like the 380 million people out here or something. It's so hard to get a start from Australia. Like it really is a lot harder to get out of there and actually kind of do something with social media because it's not as big as it is here or even in the UK. And
I love Australians. I also love the content that comes out of Australia. Man, every time I see kangaroos fighting or humans fighting kangaroos or giant spiders.
Have you seen the video of the guy punching one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
Do you know
Squared up with a kangaroo.
It was awesome.
I can't say it's not on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Do you know
That was one of my first viral videos was with a pet kangaroo.
Really?
Wait. Oh my God, these were the first videos I saw of you.
This was a long time
Why did you
ago.
have that little kangaroo? You made so many videos with that little kangaroo.
Yeah, we were driving home and we saw like a dead kangaroo on the side of the road and I saw a little baby there and we just picked it up.
You're lying.
No, I saw it there. I picked it up and we just put it in like a big Eskimo sort of jacket thing in the back of the car and went home. And I was like, I'll keep it here for like 2 or 3 days, give it a bit of water and I'll go buy it some food. Let it chill out because it's probably just witnessed its mother get flattened by a car.
Oh, no.
And when it's chill, I'll take it to like a rescue center or some shit. And at the second or third day, I was like, fuck, I'm just going to let it out and see what it does. See if it's like a bit like a dog, you know what I mean? See if it follows me around. And
This
it
was
followed
really your
me.
kangaroo.
Yeah, it turned into that.
Dude, you started off so wholesome.
Yeah.
I can't believe, look at this, dude. I thought this was a joke. I was so confused when I was watching these little kangaroo videos.
Dude, stop.
Yeah, these were his first videos that went viral.
Dude, there was another one with a pet snake. I'm walking a massive python through a shopping center on a leash.
This is the
Bro,
this is the
what
cutest
the
thing I've
fuck
ever
am I
seen
watching
in my
right now?
life.
Where is this kangaroo right now? Where is this kangaroo
You gotta
right
tell
now?
us what happened to him, man.
He made for a lovely meal.
You're
serious?
fucking.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, God.
After I filmed the video, the next day I took him to the rescue center thing, like the wildlife rescue center, and then I posted the video because like animal protection people, you're not actually really allowed to have them.
Yeah,
Oh, as pets?
It's not like some jailable offense, but I mean, like you're not like, especially I live in a big, like I lived in a city, you know.
Will you get fined? Because
Yeah, it would have been a fine,
if
but
you
like,
have,
they
like,
didn't
if you have
catch me with it.
finger monkeys, is that like the equivalent? Finger monkeys in the United States will get you fined and possibly jail time.
Bro, what is?
Yeah.
Dude, he loves you.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Okay, do you ever go visit him?
No.
This is incredibly sad.
I would never let that thing out of my sight.
Well, I put him somewhere else and they probably just released him back into the wild and I'm not going to remember what he looks like. It's been like 5 years.
What if you see him and he just comes
I mean,
up?
if you come out to Australia, we can go have a look, but there's fucking millions.
But also, that doesn't look like somebody who doesn't want to have kids, man. You looked like you were taking great care of that.
Bear in mind, like a week after that video, I probably posted something pissing on my friend while he
Got
slept.
it,
Like
got
there was
it.
just
That
a
makes
good
sense.
combination.
Right.
I just didn't think. I was like, let's do like there's another video because some of my first viral videos were like that with pets and random shit. I got a big illegal scrub python, one of the largest pythons in Australia. Not allowed to have it as a pet, no matter what. And I'm walking it through a shopping center on like a dog leash, and everyone's just freaking out. And like, you know, I was doing shit like that. I was doing crazy pranks and dares and stunts, and I was just having fun with it. You know, that's when I was real hungry and motivated and loving it. And I was enjoying it a lot. You know, I was still living in a small town. I had no money or anything like that. And
Were you ever worried about the repercussions? Like, I don't know, getting in trouble, getting fined, going to jail.
I mean, it's just what comes with it.
So this is the snake?
Yeah, this is the snake.
Oh, I see how that could be
oh
problematic.
my god.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
Dude, I got bit like 7 times filming that video.
Anyone else get bit?
No.
See, that's where
I wouldn't let it go near anyone. Like if it went too close to someone else, I'd probably grab it or something, I guess.
When you were doing this video, did you?
It's fucking stupid.
When you were doing this video, did you ever think you were going to become a prostitute at some point?
You know what? Yes.
You did.
Yeah.
One of the first times I met you, you had
Just called me a prostitute. Is that what I am? Am I a prostitute?
I mean, you have sex for cash. So I mean, like at the end of the day, maybe I don't know.
but isn't a prostitute like they do a lot of people?
Fair enough. You're
like-
a sex.
you're
You're a
like
sex.
Pretty
You're a
Woman.
sex worker.
Let's look it up.
No, he's a sex worker.
I'm like,
Listen,
I'm like a cool prostitute.
one of the first times I met you, you had a party the night before with some random girls, and you had taken video of you having sex with one of them, consensually, obviously. She knew about it, and you showed me you fucking this girl, very close up of your tiny penis, your micro penis, going in and out of this girl's vagina. And it was at that moment I was like, yo, this kid is it's straight up a fucking maniac. He's a lunatic.
I wouldn't say it's micro. I need a little bit more credit than that, Michael.
Okay.
Nano
No, it's
That's
small.
better.
I think that's smaller, buddy.
penis.
No.
Nano's bigger, no?
Yeah,
No,
man.
no, I believe Nano's the smallest.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, well, whatever it is,
So
it
you
looks like
brought
a
him
clit.
down
I
a
brought him
notch?
down.
All right, whatever it is, it looks like a clit.
Got it.
Unless I get a stiffy.
And what happens when you get, what does it look like when you get a stiffy?
I forgot about Stiffy.
So like, would you call it like
How good is the word, Stiffy?
Hey guys, I got a great story. We're sitting on the buses at Jake's fight, and he goes, I forgot about this guy,
dude?
Oh,
It's like a Home Alone robber
Better be
or something.
good,
He
man.
turns to me. We're on the bus, and this is the first time we ever like really like hung out. Like I knew him from the internet, but I didn't know him like a person. And he goes, "Hey, you want to see my Stiffy?" And I was like, "What?"
My brother?
Him.
Oh.
We're on the bus on the way to the fight.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "Yeah, this girl gave me a Stiffy. I had to give it to her good. You want to see it?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He goes, "Dude, Stiffy." And I go, and in my mind, I was like, "Is that a fucking name for a pet?" And so normal in front of people, bro. We're not by ourselves. I go, "Sure, show me Stiffy." And he pulls out his phone and he's just drilling.
Yeah, it
this
must have been the
girl.
same video he showed me.
And then he smiles.
Hey, mind you, I can fuck. All right,
Yeah,
make
for
no
sure.
fucking
No,
mistake. I can
you were putting
fuck.
great strokes. You
Dude,
were
it's
putting
like a
great
pin,
strokes.
but it goes like a sewing machine, and I'm a fucking animal. Dude, I have made multiple women squirt for the first time. I've never had a complaint. I might be gay.
The last part threw
So-
me off just a little bit. But also, I don't.
Dude, Miami was sick.
Hey man, did you just come out?
You know what he's doing? Conversational contrast.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He's
It's
smoking
incredible.
us.
He
He's
knows what's
smoking
going
us.
on.
I smoke bombs everywhere.
What's have you ever
You've been watching Assassin's Creed.
did it again? Have you ever made out with Kristen?
Made out? Like,
Yeah.
I want to go back a step. What does that mean?
conversational contrast?
Look here, look here,
You're just
look here. I'm
confusing
right
me
here.
with random blurbs. I can't keep up. It's good.
No, I haven't made out with Kristen with tongue. We've drank each other's piss a few times.
Of
and that was
course,
sick.
obviously.
I've seen videos. This is true.
Yeah, like.
But you guys kiss a lot.
Oh, we kiss on the lips a bit here and there,
yeah.
just as friends, though. You know, like if we're not looking each other in the eyes whilst we're doing it, I'm pretty sure it's cool.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, who makes the decisions around what's cool and what's not when it comes to man-on-man kissing? You know what I'm saying?
Gavin
Twitter.
Newsom.
Twitter. Gavin Newsom. Great answer.
Eric Garcetti. Damn.
Dude, that week in Miami was easily the craziest.
That was a
week.
wild.
Do you know we almost cut Kristen's finger off at Vitaly's house?
Why?
I don't know. Like, I can't remember who it was. Like,
Which
there was-
one?
Wait, what?
Which finger? Oh, you don't need your pinky.
You don't. I haven't been able to bend this finger since I was like 16.
How come?
I can like do this, but I can't like do that.
So when you're boxing,
Try to do that, dude. Your pinky will just not like do it really quick. Like in. Oh shit, your finger. You're not out of that. No one else can do that.
That's crazy. That's weird. That was.
I mean, he
I
could
feel
do
like
it.
that was at the beginning of.
I feel like he just has us doing stupid things. We're just sitting on the podcast like, nah, he's wrong.
No, but yeah, we were all really drunk. Vitaly's place in Miami. That was a crazy week.
I feel like that was the beginning of, as you say, Vitaly's Miami run, which obviously had a pretty rough had a pretty rough ending, man. To say the
Very
least. I
rough.
mean, people are definitely looking at bushes as they run by him now a lot.
Oh yeah.
Didn't he just beat up a random woman?
But more or less,
Like brutally beat her up?
yeah.
Oh no, he's in a lot of trouble for it.
Well, I mean, I would assume.
Only person I've ever seen that may truly be uncancelable. I mean, at what point is it like he jumped out of a bush and beat someone's ass, bro?
Yeah, intoxicated on shrooms, I believe.
On a blender
is he-
full of mushrooms.
Is he famous or infamous?
Oh, definitely infamous,
right?
for sure.
I asked him about that. He said none of it's true, or you know.
Oh
they're
yeah, we
making
should state that all of this is alleged. All of this is
Okay.
alleged.
Yeah, so it's alleged.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck no.
well, I mean, he's in a lot of trouble, man. So I don't know. It's a weird one with Vitaly. Like,
he said he didn't remember anything.
it's a weird one with Vitaly. He's such a good dude. Like, I know, like after hearing that stuff, but I mean, like, he's a good dude. And, but I think he's like, when it comes to partying, drugs, and alcohol, some people don't mix well with that shit.
I can relate.
Myself. Yeah, so that's just probably what comes down to that.
Are you sober right now?
I've been pretty sober, yeah. Like, depends. I mean, I do like a little bit of weed here and there, some shrooms once or twice a year, but
Micro or macro dose?
usually micro. I don't like to like do too much trip shit. It kind of fries my brain.
You're just micro across the board,
Pretty much, man. That's
head to toe.
everything.
What about booze?
I like rarely drink as it is. Like Miami last year, I went fucking crazy with drinking, but you know, since because 18's drinking age in Australia.
Oh, so you've been at this shit for a minute.
Yeah, and even years before that, like playing rugby and shit, you start drinking when you're like 16, 15 after games and getting fucked up. But like over the last 6 years, you know, I've been sober, probably done a full year 2 or 3 times, like in the last 6 or 7 years where I just don't drink. I don't really enjoy alcohol. Kind of like ruins my mood.
Yeah.
But like drugs and stuff, it's just all over the shop, you know? Like some drugs make you feel good, but then you feel horrible after it. It's like, I'm just trying to stay away from everything, really.
I want to go to Australia.
You shouldn't.
No.
You shouldn't.
Okay.
What?
Wait.
Why?
No, I think he just means me particularly. Like,
No,
stay out of my fucking
not
country,
now.
bro.
Not now.
Right. I want to go hang out with Laser Beam. This dude Laser. You mentioned big gamers coming out of the country. This dude's fucking huge.
I haven't heard of that one.
New South Wales.
Oh, yeah,
19.4 million subscribers.
Yeah, popping off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a big motherfucker and a very cool guy and has been super supportive of my past year. But
Dope.
what is New South Wales?
That's a state.
Okay.
It's like saying California, I guess.
Got
it's
it.
just like Australia's only got like 6 or 7 states or something like that.
What city were you?
7.
What city are you from?
What city?
Yeah. Do they have cities?
Yeah. I grew up like about 3 hours north of Sydney, which
Got
is
it.
New South
Oh, I
Wales.
thought you were from Melbourne.
No, I don't like Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Melbourne's freezing.
Melbourne. Is
Really?
that-
Wait, you've been to Australia?
I haven't.
Oh, what the? Oh, I thought
That's
you
why I
have.
know. I really
is
wanna
everything
go.
really upside down there?
That movie that you did that I saw.
the flat Earth?
I don't know what it was. It was like a year or something ago, like in West Hollywood. I went with Vitaly and
Airplane mode.
that's the one. You got like stuff to do with Australia in that, so I just assumed you went there.
Yeah.
Well, they were supposed to go in that movie, and then the pilots died. And did you make it to Australia in the movie?
We did make it.
Wait. They died in real life?
No.
No.
Oh.
They died on the plane.
That was the first time I had kissed a man,
Yeah.
too.
Cat.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
Okay.
But you did not enjoy it either. You didn't like
every
it.
time I kissed
Wait, was
a
it with
dude
tongue?
No. Oh my God. The one on the
in the
plane
in the cockpit
was literally perfectly
Oh, so
called
you
the
made out with a
cockpit.
dude.
too
Shit.
Yeah, both
in a matter
pilots.
of minutes.
Wish I knew that earlier.
Your relationship would look a little different with Mr. Paul here, wouldn't it?
Mm,
No, I mean in a good, like you'd be kissing, like
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Maybe I'd be.
Do you do collabs on your OnlyFans with your girl?
We've done a couple like here and there, like a while ago. We haven't like been doing much on there for a while. I've been just bored of it. Like I just want to do something else.
I
like
like
what? Like what is
yeah.
it? What's next? What are you doing?
I don't know. I guess
You
this
leave
boxing
this-
match is coming up, and I want to like film some cool shit around that, and make it like something bigger than myself. And like, I really want to have a good impact for like mental health shit around the world for someone like me who's been going through some pretty bad shit over the years, and I want to like put that into my content and try and help other people who are struggling out there. Because every time I get on my Instagram and talk about it, share my opinions on medications and things that I've done, because you know I was on antidepressants for about 18 months. I got off them last year in October, so not even that long ago. Super fucking hard to come off them.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And it was not easy to get off them, man. I tried 3 times.
what were you on?
I was on Zoloft.
Oh, it's a big boy. Yeah, I've been on Effexor, Lexapro, the whole nine. I'm
Yeah.
off now, which is
Yeah.
great.
And it sounds weird, man. It's like I'm so much better without them.
Yeah.
I tried everything first before I resorted to doing it. I tried like all the natural ways, St. John's wort and like ashwagandha root. And I tried all the natural things to try and do it first. And I was like, I don't want medication. And then I did it and it kind of helped for a few months. And then it's like, if that's me at my best, me at my worst, I was just always here.
Yeah,
It was like nothing.
you're just a straight line,
And that's what
it.
I think that's what kind of has made me just step back a little bit over the years, because my personality is kind of changing over time, as everyone kind of does. But like, I don't know, I just felt like kind of zombied when
Yep,
I was
absolutely.
on it. And
Well,
every
that
time
Zoloft especially. What's
Dude.
your underlying issue? What's your biggest?
I was just treating depression and
yeah.
anxiety, PTSD sort of things and stuff like that. Like
childhood trauma, or
not so much childhood trauma, just a lot of like toxic shit from people and previous partners and decisions and things that I've done and I'm not proud of, and a lot of other shit, you know, that's just yeah.
if I could offer one piece of advice on the mental health stuff, it's not to wait to
No.
talk about it,
Oh,
because
hell no.
honestly, I'm sure you notice this, but for me personally, there is nothing that I get more responses to, that I get more love from, than talking about my battles with mental health. And
Because everyone
addiction,
goes
bro.
through it.
Yeah.
Like everyone, man. Like some people better than others, you know, some people get like, I don't know, it's such a relevant thing for so many people and they experience it. It's just, and I think people like yourself or me or anyone else who's got an actual platform to speak about it, I think it really hits people good, because they're like, oh shit, these guys are constantly traveling. They got hot girlfriends. They've got money. They've got nice cars. They've got everything cool, but they're still going through shit. You know what I mean? And so they're still facing problems in their own battles. And that's what I wanted to put out there. You know, like a lot of creators and social media people and influencers, all they want to do is just fucking buy new bags and shoes and jewelry and show off and forget the fact that the people following them are giving them the opportunities to actually do this.
Yep.
It's like they get a bit well known and just start pretending like everyone else is below them. They don't want to do anything that's bigger than themselves. They don't give back at all. They just like me. Look at my new thing. Look where I am now. Fucking, and it's shit. Like that's one thing that's really turned me off social media is how many people are like that. There's a lot of people that are really fucking good as well, not just bad, but like, yeah, there's a lot of shitty people on it.
Can I ask you, in the beginning of the podcast, you were talking about this whole situation you're dealing with, and you also said that you came from a place that didn't have cool people and it wasn't exciting. And a lot of people...
It was exciting, but like there was no opportunity. Like there was...
Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of people that listen to this podcast and have the same exact feelings in the situation that they're in right now. Did your depression or anxiety change at all? Did it get more or less from where you started to you having all the money and
worse over time?
It got worse.
100%
So
worse.
money and fame actually truly does not help.
Definitely not. I mean, like, you know, it's nice to have that bit of financial freedom because you can invest it into good health and looking after yourself and doing things, you know, like one thing that makes me feel great, you know, I got my mum a car for Christmas and I always give her plenty of money, and same with my dad, my family. Like I employed my sister last year and let her move in for free because she lost a job from COVID, all these things. And that's stuff that's kind of good from it. But it's a good question because as the years have gone by, there's more pressure, more stress, more people that will try and take advantage of you. And it's very much like a high school clique. I've found social media. It's like whoever has more followers or money, and it's just like, oh, you can't sit with us if you don't have the following we've kind of got. And, and like, it's not like you guys and like Nelk and stuff are all fucking cool dudes. Like, you know what I mean? And same with Jake. Jake's cool. I go back to Australia and so many people are like, oh, I saw that you were around Jake and Logan in Vegas. Remember we were in Vegas like a year or two ago? Yep. And they're like, I can't believe you'd hang around people like that. It's fucking... And I'm like, but wait, like I'm not close with them, but I've been around them a few times. They're nice people. They're nice to me. They're talkative. They're not rude. They're not arrogant. Like,
no, I remember that trip. That was fun. I remember that. That was the first time I had like fun in a while. Whatever it was
a good time.
It was just a bunch of dudes hanging out.
We had the big rooms at the Westgate.
Yeah.
At the Westgate,
that was a
the
wild...
Racka boys were there.
Yeah, that was so fun.
It was a sick night. And I sat back, I said, you got to realize these guys are young as shit. They've made millions of dollars, been huge on the internet since they were young. Like, how do you think most people in the world, everyday people that are just doing their normal jobs, if you went and gave them $10 million and 20 million YouTube subscribers, they'd be fucked. They'd be just like, shit, what am I going to do? There's so much pressure that comes with it, like, and all these stresses, and you're under scrutiny. Like, you can't do anything at all. You know what I mean? Like, anything wrong and boom.
You know, I think the new age of creators, the youngest ones that just came up like on TikTok or like transitioning into YouTube, I think they're doing a much better job than my wave of creators did of being responsible and good role models. But hopefully, because
I think as they saw
they learned from us, right? They saw us fuck up. But like some of these TikTok stars that where I was sure they were going to slip up have kept it relatively light.
However, being like from a marketable like brand sort of perspective, yes, that's true. But like in terms of like cool content and shit, I would choose to do your shit any day. Oh,
absolutely. No, yeah.
I can't stand the new TikTok shit. Like, I'm not like hating or taking credit away. They're working hard and they're killing it. Good for them. They're making money. They're doing well at a young age. But if I look back at like the content I did 10 years ago and stuff you were doing in your vlogs and everything else, it's like, I can't even watch TikTok videos.
No,
it's just
of course
like,
not.
Like all these dudes.
It's not for us. That was the that was the conclusion I.
But it's also like I've talked about this a million times. It's also, it just feels like we're semi standing by as we watch the culture slide.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Much.
Like from movies and this beautiful production and this well thought out, written storytelling. Then to YouTube, where it was still very much storytelling. Roman Atwood, Logan, this is my life. This is what I'm doing today. Let me fill you in on this entire holistic bubble that is my growth and my development and my maturity of me as a human, which you continue to see. Now to 5 seconds of hitting a wall,
some dude biting their lip,
dab,
and it's just like
using someone else's music. Like I've always said from day one, TikTok has always felt like more of a borrowing app than a creating app. It's like, how can I best borrow someone else's content to appear relevant?
Yeah, a bunch of those TikTok dudes turned down the fight. A bunch of those TikTok dudes turned down a fight with me, like the guy that was trying to find the fight, like a bunch of those dudes.
Wow.
Which is, and like, I get it. I think it's like they were asking for a lot of money where I just said, fuck the money, put me in there. I just want to have a bit of fun. Like, let me just have a challenge. This is something to work towards, train hard, something like a new world. The guy I'm fighting, I'm not worried at all. If it was
starch him.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell me who it is?
Maniac.
I can't.
Off after the podcast.
Yeah, I will after. And it's like, I know those TikTok dudes, the thing that like upset me, I don't care what they do with their content, good on them, they're killing it. But I didn't like that they're all flexing their six packs, putting up their boxing videos and having their fake fights. And then the moment someone offers them a fight, they're like, oh, I don't want to fight. And then they use their bullshit like, oh, he's not relevant enough for me. It's like, you got to remember, these guys are all pretty new in that world, you know, like TikTok and all these dudes have only been really popping off for the last year or so, maybe a little bit longer. But people like myself, I've been able to stay at a pretty consistent, good level for the last 5 or 6 years doing this, you know, and then these dudes blow up and then they think they're too good to like fight other people. But
It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's the biggest thing.
That's what I think.
Longevity.
I'd rather just stay at a good rate and just keep it going and evolve when I can.
It's
And
the hardest part. You see so many creators hit their peak and then just drop.
they just
off
go
the face of the earth.
it's like reality.
Well,
It's like
that's
reality
what it is.
TV shows.
A lot,
People.
a lot of times the duration and the length of time the rise takes is very related to the length of the career in general.
yeah.
Most
Like
times.
it's like a year up, a year down. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you see you know, oh, he started on, I'll use you for example once again. You started on Vine, then he switched to YouTube, and you see this 4-year climb, albeit a parabolic growth during 1 year, but you see this starting, and then all of a sudden you got somebody that has, you know, exhibited longevity.
The slow, steady growth tends to be the healthiest.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
you have a few outliers, like you have the Addison Rays, and even like
sure.
I remember when Cardi B blew up. I remember thinking this exact same thing. I was like, she blew up way too quick. If y'all remember, almost an overnight success with what was it, Bodak Yellow? Her song?
Yeah.
But even still, because she was already big on that reality show. But I remember thinking like, oh, is she gonna be able to keep this up? And she was able to do it. You know, Addison's been able to do it.
Wait, Cardi B was on a reality show.
Yeah.
Called Love and Hip Hop.
Love
And
and
she was great on it. She was hilarious. But yeah, what comes up must come down.
It's
Usually,
not, I was gonna say it's not always the case.
Well, I was gonna say a lot of reality
TV.
TV shows, from what I've seen, people come out of it and they're pretty fucking big, and probably because it's a relevant show, and then you give it a year and
Well,
unless,
because a lot
unless
of,
they
they
make
also
something out of it.
Yeah, it's that, or unless they like reinvent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You've got to
Like, I
keep,
think
you got to do something else with it.
something different. Like you gotta take the hand off and switch to something else.
That also happens with money when people get like if you win the lottery ticket, isn't it like the chances of you becoming poor
it's so
is like
bad.
really quick? I
So
think it's
bad.
when you don't have a work ethic and you just something's given to you.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't know how to handle it and it just falls out of your hands.
biggest thing. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And also pride. You could be very successful, but once you start thinking how you didn't before because of your success and you let your pride get in the way, that will fucking kill you.
For sure.
I'm extremely happy to have an Australian in my house.
You've had a few Australian people here?
A few, but I really like Australia. I really like Australians in general. And I Googled questions that Americans ask Australians.
Okay.
And I have some for you if you want to do a rapid fire quick questions here. 16 questions Americans ask Australians regularly.
Let me
Ready?
fix up this horrible chair.
Here we go. 1, are you British?
No,
2, why did you move here?
I haven't.
Okay. 3, how many snakes and spiders have you been bitten by?
9.
Is your family here with you?
No.
Are all Australians descendants of convicts?
Yes.
What's politics like in Australia?
Horrible.
Do you like the US better than Australia?
50-50.
What language do you speak in Australia?
Spanish.
What do you do for the Australian Thanksgiving?
We don't have Thanksgiving.
Do you see kangaroos in your backyard over there?
If you live in the correct areas.
What's Australian cuisine?
As in like food?
Yeah.
Steak?
Why is your money so strange?
It is?
What's a kilometer? Why don't you measure things in miles?
Because kilometer just makes more sense. It's 1,000 meters.
It actually does. He's right.
Like
So
1
right,
mile is
the metric
1.6
system.
kilometers. It's, I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
What does Vegemite taste like? And what's it made of?
So for me, I like Vegemite, but everyone else out here, like I know when Maddie came out to see me, so they're doing like 2-week prison quarantine in Australia. If you enter the country, you have to sit in a hotel room for 14 days, no outside, no fresh
And
air.
only consume Vegemite.
Pretty much. And they gave Maddie Vegemite and she's like, I didn't know what it was. And I put it on my toast and she's like, it was fucking shit. I was like, I like that stuff.
Hell yeah. Speaking of beer, do you drink Foster's?
No.
Does everyone in Australia drink Foster's?
No, no one drinks it.
What's the Outback like?
It's pretty cool.
Cool. That's
No,
it.
the restaurant, I think he means.
The restaurant?
Yeah.
Like at the Outback Steakhouse?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Would you go there with me right now?
The one here?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can get some fries. They got some like garlic.
I like
What's their bloomin'
bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
Can you do American accents?
Yeah.
What?
I can do a Westerner sort of accent, but it's only when like it's used like racially, so I won't do that.
Okay.
From the movie Django.
Oh,
So
John
I'm not
Great.
like some racist, but
Usually, I think most people from other countries go to is the American redneck.
yeah, like a hillbilly.
Ami-
Hamburgers, usually. They say hamburgers. I feel like
Hamburgers.
let's go eat some hamburgers
and French fries. You like that?
Slicker.
Is that what you would sound like?
I would-
just fucking hit it.
I would
dude.
just say like
mean,
United States of America,
yeah, that's
yeah,
about.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
something like that.
Can you do British?
Oh, I could do British pretty good.
I can do
But I'm not going
Australian.
to.
I can do Australian pretty good.
Really, go on.
Here I am, talking on a podcast.
If I'm shutting my eyes makes it easier.
No, thank you.
It's not that bad.
No,
I
thank
just
you.
didn't want to look at you while you did it because then I was picturing American.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, your accent fascinates me. I think about it quite often how there's so much twang in when I speak with an Australian accent, there's a little bit of British that you can hear.
Yeah,
from
I was
time
about to say
time.
there's a bit of British in that.
I mix up my accents.
You sound like you moved. You sound
turned
like
into
you
a
moved
pirate
to
at the
Australia
end.
from the UK.
I'm one of those, those people. Everyone knows that one friend who has been like in multiple regions and they have a very undiscernible dialect because they're just a mutt of many places. Stag guys like this.
Shot guy, yeah.
Yeah, there's something there, but you're not sure,
Sure
what.
what it is.
Yeah, I tried, mate. Give it my best shot.
What's happening with your fight, if you don't mind me
Oh
asking?
boy. Kevin Wong asked me about this last night. My answer was
That's a dope
ridiculous. Kevin Wong.
That's a pretty cool
He's
name.
a big photographer here in LA.
Went to school with a kid named Kevin Wong.
Yeah, same one. Cool. He asked me and I said, it's not my place to tell you. And then I stuttered 3 times.
So this is coming out February 11th, which is in 12 days. And maybe it'll have been addressed by then. But yeah, it's been postponed is the verbiage we're looking for.
So it's definitely not ruled out.
No,
It's happening for sure.
It's happening. It's just postponed. Long story short,
Can I have some money
right now?
after this?
No.
Fair.
Would you get here quickly? Let's check in with his boxing coach. He might have further information on it.
Would have the answer been differently if I said right now?
Forget it now, Caleb. I didn't know it took 40 fucking minutes to turn the camera around.
No, it's been postponed. It's happening.
Sick.
I'll put it like this. Floyd got Al Heyman involved.
Who?
Al Heyman. He's like the biggest, greatest, highest grossing boxing promoter of all time.
Oh, okay.
So there are a lot more strings that need to be pulled, and when they're pulled, it'll be pulled the right way, I guess. You got one shot at this to pull
You
off.
confident?
You got Japan.
Yeah, oh yeah, very confident.
Sick.
Yeah, super confident. Yeah, but delusional fucking optimist, bro. I'm insane.
Fuck it, dude. Anyone that does this shit would take that fight. It'd be crazy to
I'm
say
not
no
gonna
to
say. I'm
that.
not gonna say no. What the fuck?
Dude, hell no. It's sick.
I got the hard work under my belt. Just work my ass off. Go in there, try to take his fucking head off.
And get a lot of money in the process.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Hey,
everyone
I got a
wins.
question for you. Do you get more money if you win that fight?
Long term, probably. There'll be a lot of shit.
Oh,
that'll
no,
come-
if he
dude, if you did that, the world would like turn upside down. Imagine
Yeah.
if you were the first L on his.
It's from a YouTuber.
Dude, that would be so bad.
You think you'd go to bed every night just like, why'd I do that? Why did I do that?
I'm the ender of legacies, dude. That's gonna be my legacy, ending legacies and starting others. Jackson, thanks for coming on Impulsive today, bro.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we
a lot.
love you. Yeah, we love you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
It's
hope
nice
to see
be
you
here.
again soon in America.